Members, the long road toward SB 866 began more than a year ago when this body formed a water working group. The water working group met for several weeks and then broke into regional sort of subgroups where we began to talk about the unique needs in each of our districts relating to water, relating to short-term problems relating to the drought, and longer-term problems relating to water infrastructure. Out of these conversations, we developed principles upon which we wanted a revised bond to be based on. These principles included accountability. These principles included a lack of earmarks. These principles included a dedication to statewide priorities. And through these conversations, we developed these principles, which led to categories, which led to quite honestly, several iterations of several water bonds. But the real work of this body and the real work that led to SB 866 didn't begin until we left this building and we began to talk to Californians throughout the state. This body conducted more than a dozen hearings throughout the state. And in doing so, we did what politicians are often criticized for not doing. We actually listened. We listened to Californians in Coachella. We listened to Californians in Stockton. We listened to Californians in Sacramento, in Eureka, in Redding, in Hanford, in Monterey Park, in Seaside. We conducted more than a dozen hearings. And what we heard from residents was their deep concern for our drought, relating to our drought, and our long-term infrastructural needs. We heard from farmers in Hanford who spent the entire day in food lines. We talked to folks in the San Gabriel Valley, residents in the San Gabriel Valley, who are concerned about groundwater contamination and have been concerned about groundwater contamination for more than a generation. We talked to Native Americans in Eureka who are worried about declining salmon populations. And through this dialogue, through this conversation, we continued to adhere to the original principles. SB 866 is a result of that dialogue. What we heard consistently, though every conversation was a little different in every district, what we heard consistently was that Californians wanted us to do something. Californians wanted us to do something about our water needs in this state. Today is our opportunity to do something. Today is our opportunity to tell Californians that we listened to them and that we heard them. Californians asked us to do something about ensuring safe drinking water for all. SB 866 does so. Californians asked us to do something to protect our rivers, our streams, our watersheds, and our oceans. SB 866 does so. Californians asked us to do something in order to promote water recycling and groundwater cleanup. SB 866 does so. SB 866 is a response to California, and as such, it's not only a response to the needs and the wishes of Californians, but it is also very much a reassertion of the democratic principles of this institution. I ask for your aye vote on SB 866.